Hello everyone, welcome back to Shadow Secrets Oracle. I'm Sean. I've done a little collective reading spread here for the 444 energy portal and preparing for the Libra full moon, supermoon. We're also in some astrologically significant times of conjunction and alignment. Venus is out. Saturn, I believe, is shifting into Aquarius, and it's heightening a lot of people's awareness of their third eye and crown chakra energy. It's a very powerful time of change. The Two of Pentacles here, I did a Celtic cross spread, and the Two of Pentacles in our situation spot is pointing to a time of inevitable change in our 3D realm, crossed with the Wheel of Fortune. So it is destined, and it is propelling us toward a higher good. We're leaving the world behind that we knew, and we're being called to face our addictions and really examine what's holding us back in an objective and honest way. In the future, we have the Moon card. So we're going to still be walking into a time of unknown uncertainty. We're walking into the Shadowlands. But this is where very powerful creativity dwells. But you have to approach it without fear. And the goal, we have the Daughter of Pentacles. So bringing into the 3D realm this vision. We're working behind the scenes to keep our families safe, to create an environment that our daughters can be safe in, with solid and balanced energy. That's the goal. Our relation to the environment, our relation to our perception of the situation is the Tower in reverse. So we know that it's an unprecedented change in time of upheaval, and we're resisting the change internally, many of us. But if you're listening to this message, you're being called to walk that dark road. And resist your urge to resist. Much like the Hanged Man in reverse, the Hanged Man is calling us in the environmental factors to let go. You're stuck here either way, so you might as well learn something. And with it being in reverse, many of us are resisting that as well. So we have to embrace this energy of change, even though it's frightening. Resisting it is just going to block us from creating the opportunities and the environment that we actually want. Because we're here either way, and there's nothing that we can do about it other than change our perception. Our hopes and fears, we got the Star card. In reverse also. Upright, it is a card of hope and looking out into the night sky. Looking up into the stars and remembering what it is about life that makes it worth living. Being in reversed, it's, we're not able to find that as easily right now, many of us. But it's a reminder and a warrior call for you to work at it. Because we will be out here in the shadows, and you're going to need to look up at the stars to find hope and to find your way. The Hermit is the final outcome. Is a card of balancing opposites. He's isolated on his own, but he's shining a light for everyone to see. It's taking this time of introspection to be able to recognize these patterns from a place of higher awareness so that we can download these codes that we're getting in this energy portal. And with this balancing Libra energy of the full moon and the supermoon, the gravitational pull of the supermoon is even stronger because it's closer to the earth. So attune to those energies so that you can be a beacon for those around you and help to bring into the 3D realm this aesthetic of balanced energy, and again creating that environment where our daughters, our children, our families are able to thrive. The card that popped out while I was doing the reading was the Four of Cups. When I was originally doing this, I've tried to record it a couple times and I've been having just trouble getting my thoughts out. So, but I wanted to mention the Four of Cups, and it speaks to honoring where you've come from, honoring where you are. Some people might look at your situation and think that it's really luxurious or looks great from the outside, but you don't see it that way. And you're sort of bitter and upset about where you're at. But you need to recognize that you've been placed where you are purposefully, and that you need to see the lesson behind the obstacles that you're facing and honor where you've come from. If there's something that you're lacking or that you're longing for, you need to name it and work toward incorporating that into your realm so that this bitterness can be burned away. On the bottom of the deck, we got the Empress, and it actually came out in reverse. So again, it's about resisting that energy. The Empress is pregnant with all possibility. She's got activated third eye and crown chakra energy around her. She's the divine feminine. She knows all about phases. She calls in all the powers of the four elements, all the powers of the four queens of the tarot into herself. She has all the tools of the universe at her disposal. So we got this in reverse under the deck. So it's like not accepting that power. Again, resisting that which you know that you are called to do and what is within your power. You have all these tools at your disposal. You have to center yourself and be that beacon so that we can create this world by leaving the old one behind, conquering our devils, and walking through that dark night, facing that inevitable change, because we know that it is destined and that it is going to bring us toward a higher version of ourselves. It's a time of great change and major upheaval with a lot of anxiety and a lot of worry. But the more we resist it, the worse it's going to be. The Hanged Man, the bat, is calling us to be introspective and learn the art of non-attachment. Resisting this is only going to make it harder. We need to find hope. We need to remember what it is, the simple things about life that we love, that we are able to attain with what we have around us now. And you may feel like you've lost that power, but it is within you. And again, resisting that which you know is in your power is just going to make things harder. It's not going to change anything. And we are the hermit. We are isolated. And we need to be that light that shines for others. We need to recognize the patterns and see things from a higher perspective and embrace the Empress energy. Bringing in all the 4 elements, activating our crown and our chakra energy of our third eye to receive the messages from the universe and incorporate a higher ideal and aesthetic into our 3D realm. I pulled a Moonology card for us, and we got the full moon in Leo. Not to be confusing, it's going to be a full moon in Libra in the real. This is the card that we got for this reading, which does speak to the strength and the sun with the lion, but it's a warning to not let our ego get in the way. Our personal needs aren't more important than the needs of those around us. And so we need to be thinking about what we can do to create value on a more encompassing scale than just for ourselves. So we need to be thinking of helpful ways to move forward that are going to create value and also, provide us a comfortable living. There's going to be new opportunities that are arising, and we need to bring that world that we want to exist into the 3D by following our heart space and not letting our ego get in the way and just being out for profit or pleasure or whatever it is that this devil is to you. It needs to be overcome. I drew a Kuan Yin card, and then she always comes out with more than one message, so we got 3. The first, ascending to the lotus throne, and that it takes courage to trust our inner light, ascending to our spiritual authority, especially if the light of others around you seems more powerful. You have to trust the light within and have faith in your own heart, knowing the divine dwells within you always. If you're hearing this message and this makes sense to you, it's because you are being called to walk through that dark night, to fight your devils and give up the world that you once knew for a more fated destiny with some higher ideals in mind. And there's going to be people around you that don't agree or that don't think it's worthwhile. Kuan Yin wants us to follow our inner light and not listen to those around us that aren't on the same trip. Everyone's at different levels of development. This message may not be coming through for everyone the same way. And that's okay. But don't let it stop you from getting where you want to go. The next card I pulled out from Kuan Yin, Blessings in the Moon Maiden. And we're here in spring. I keep seeing bunnies all the time out in the yard. It's awesome. And she's here with her lucky hare. There's her little bunny. Bringing tidings of prosperity and abundance. The universe seeks to replenish, restore, and create through you. Allow yourself to receive beyond what you have thought is possible by opening your heart with gratitude. Let the blessings of good fortune from the beloved Maiden of the Moon flow easily into your life now. So we have to be open to receive these messages. Open your heart space, be meditating, whatever it is that brings you a sense of quiet and peace so that you can connect to a higher power that is going to, if you clear your mind and you're meditating, you're going to have thoughts, you're going to have ideas. Those ideas that come to you when your mind is clear are going to be the ones that you need to really consider as what is going to be propelling you forward now. Don't base your choices now on thoughts that you make when you're stressed out or, under severe forms of anxiety or depression. Try to elevate yourself and make choices from that mental place as we move forward. The universe seeks to replenish, restore, and create through you. Again, if you're hearing this message and this makes sense to you, it's because you are being called to walk through the dark night, fight your devils, and give up the world that we once knew, so that you can create a new one that is fated for a higher destiny. Not to resist the change, not to resist letting go. Find hope. Be the hermit. Shine that light. The universe wants to create through you. And the third and ending card for this reading from Kuan Yin is to enter the Jade Temple. Inner temple of peaceful jade, Kuan Yin causes all conflict to elevate to a higher and peaceful resolution. A resolution and healing of any situation that is concerning you is already underway. You're being asked to begin to feel the relief of that resolution now so that you can more readily melt into the divine solution and blessing of peace from the beloved Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin is a force of compassion and love in the universe. Where she dwells is a place of compassion that we can all tap into. She holds a place for us no matter what you've done. You can go to her and she'll be gracious to you and be compassionate towards you and compel you to vibe up. And she's saying right now that we need to vibe up because the solution is out there. But if we want to be a part of it, we have to align ourselves with that tone. It's like a dog whistle that you can't hear it, but she's asking us to align ourselves and envision that solution. So it's like she's asking us to hear something that we haven't heard yet so that we know what it sounds like when it gets to us. That's kind of how magic works. It is how magic works. You have to envision that you already have it and be projecting that energy so that you can receive it. So we're being asked to envision the solution that we seek, so that we can be a part of the solution. And it's all about keeping your energy up and not resisting, because we need to be in that place of hope. We need to be spiritually, emotionally open to receiving the solution. And believe that it exists. more than just believe that it exists. We have to call it into being. We are visualizing, we're creating the solution by visualizing a peaceful outcome. And that's the energy that Kuan Yin embodies. Be the change you seek. Claim your destiny. Have hope and be the light in the darkness. See you soon.